family. Hope you are all well today and you've had a blessed week. It's great to be here with you, being able to share today on the Uncommon Courage, the devotionals that we're doing. I just want to say, when I first saw the subject, it was something that really was something I could relate to. Because obviously the topic is who can you call them for help? There's been many times when I've been guilty of not calling on help for myself, and I think the reason is because I felt like I bottled this up, and we're not supposed to do that as Christians. We are a family. God doesn't want us to be on our own. He wants us to be that family. His Son gave his blood and his body for us so that we could be together, we could be that family, that Christian family. And God even told us, that's written in Genesis, he told us that it's not good for man to be alone. We've got to be there for one another. I've been through things myself where I've actually come to fellowship on a Sunday and I've been asked by people and they say, "Hi, are you okay?" And actually, I haven't been. And I'm thinking to myself, when they've walked away, and thought, why did I say I'm okay when there's been problems? And I think there's a lot of us out there that do the same. And we should be sharing with each other. We're supposed to be there to be by each other's side. And if we're going through difficulties, it's not good to keep them to yourself and keep them bottled up. We're meant to share so that others can help us through these difficult times. And I know that when we come together as one, we are stronger. We are more powerful and stronger. Because Jesus said that when we come together, when there's two or more gathered together and we ask him for anything in his name, he will do it for us. And we should be coming together. We should be there by each other's side, helping each other through. And as I say, there's been those times where I've needed that help. I've not called out for that help. And I think God was showing me this the other day, because when I saw the subject that I was supposed to be sharing today, it did speak to me. And I thought, you know what, he's telling me that I need to sort of do those things myself and speak out when I need that help. And it was funny the other day, because I was debating what I was going to say today. I was basically talking to God and saying, I suppose there's been those times when I've been there. I didn't want to put a burden on others. I see my Pastor Michael and I see Jane, and I know that they have enough on their plate. And I tend to think sometimes they don't need any more on their plate. And I tend to think I can get through it on my own. And it has been difficult times. I live on my own and it's hard sometimes. I do get lonely, but I always know God is there for me. And I think the other day when I said to God, I said, it's okay. I said, maybe it's because I don't say nothing, and I said, well, that's okay, Lord. You've already sorted it for me. You can sort out my problems for me. And it was like as if God said, yes, you're quite right, Ross. I have sorted out your problems. That's the whole point of the family. They are there for you to turn to, for you to rely on, and you should be there for them to turn to. And it's amazing when you get those light bulb moments when God turns something on, and it's so simple and it's just right in front of us sometimes and we don't see it. And I think we look too far ahead and don't look at what's right in front of us. and what God's telling us. But we need to be there for one another when we're going through difficult times, when we may be hurting, people have let us down. But we've got to have that confidence and that boldness and that courage to be able to admit that we do have problems. It's not embarrassing to talk to others. We all go through things in our lives, problems, but we need to be unified in being together and praying for one another. And I know that, as I said before, when we do come together, we are stronger and we are able to pray together. And this is the whole point. If we don't tell others what problems we're going through, and they don't know that we're going through problems, they don't know what to pray for. But if we come together and we could admit that we have problems, then they are able to join with us and we get through those problems together. And if we look in society and we see non-believers that can actually confide in each other and they can tell their problems to their families and their friends, then how much more as Christians should we be able to do that in our Christian family? And as I said, it's hard sometimes, and I've just felt like I don't want to lay that burden on other people, but God doesn't want us to be on our own. He wants us to be that family. The Bible commands us that we are meant to look after one another, and this is what we need to be doing. When people are going through troubles, they're hurting, we need to be there for each other. What we need to remember, that we have been adopted into God's family, and Jesus paid that price for us to be in God's family, and he shed his blood, gave his body for us. So we need to respect that, and we need to be able to be strong and have that boldness and that courage to share with one another, because this is what God wants. He does not want us to be on our own. He doesn't want us to carry all the burdens and everything on our own, all the hurt and everything we're going through. He wants us to trust him, and we are putting our trust in him when we have that fellowship with one another. And I just want to say, I hope that you've got something from the message, and I just want to say, stay safe and God bless.